Okay, slightly slow start today. Sorry about that. I had to grab delivery from the door. I needed cat food. So now I have cat food. But it was heavy, and I'm out of breath. Because I'm fucking old. Hi, fucking old. We're chat. Yeah, hi, chat. Yeah, Kevin, they are just completely out of line. You're absolutely correct. Hey, Pris. Hey, Roddy. Anyone else who might be here? Y'all are cool and shit. And hey, Pris, I balanced it out by warning you. So I'm not the villain in this story. Plus, I found myself staring at skill trees and having big thonk and stuff. So we can still dive deeper down this fusion is weird rabbit hole. Basically, I went and I happened to get a ring while testing some stuff. This silicone ring. Spell damage, AoE radius, action, skill duration. Now, I wasn't sure if I wanted spell or melee damage, but this one dropped with spell damage, so I made a copy, threw them on this save, and I haven't tested them. The silicone ring isn't my favorite condition here. Like, thumb cuffs would be better. Well, I mean, I guess if I was doing, like, Vesper farming, this is better, but, like, I wanted thumb cuffs or championship ring more, because championship ring's a bigger bonus against bosses. Thumb cuffs is always on in chaos chambers. So I don't feel great about this, but like it's the perfect stats for a 2-roll ring. It's not a 3-roll, so it's another thing wrong with it. But you know, ring farming sucks. So made a copy and we have those. Fan bases behave. It's not within my power. But I wanted to try out some different stuff skill tree wise as well. So we're back to Blight Collar, which is what I use for my vanilla Ghostblade setup, and with some insight from Mr. Sean, who confirmed some things about how Fusion works. So everything Fusion does is fire. The explosion is fire. Blue fire is fire. And the way blue fire works is it makes a dot that matches the fire dot that made it, and a dot that matches the poison dot that made it, and puts them both on at the same time. So basically what this means is, if you're using Fusion, don't ever touch Soaked. Don't ever touch Soaked. And fire boosts go hard. Which is why I was thinking about even like Elder Wyvern Ring would be good here. But I looked at Loot Lemon, and so I'm pretty sure AoE radius overrode the companion health stat on rings. And Elder Wyvern's Ring in vanilla can't roll that. So that should mean that Elder Wyvern's Ring can't roll AoE radius. Now, it should still be able to get duration and then melee beneficial stats. Like, you could still get an Elder Wyvern Ring that's beneficial. But it's like, it's always gun damage. So you're basically giving up your primary stat to get that fire damage. And I don't feel that that's all that useful when I could just go Blight Collar and get Whisper of Rot. And I like that better. Blight Collar providing virulence for that status chance duration as well. So I'm not so pressured into feeling like I need Demon Blights. We might end up going back to Demon Blights. Those will almost certainly be better for bossing, but I'm just curious to see what happens. And I've been fiddling, respecking Blight Collar Tree nonstop for like the last 20 minutes before I went and grabbed that cat food delivery. Flawless Edge is a good skill, but I was looking at it point for point, and like even at full value, 6% per point, way worse than 1,000 cuts. So if I was gonna get more global damage, I would just go more 1,000 cuts. But since I liked the idea of having access to Frostbite, went down here. Now, a problem with Amped Up is I'm running a Pro right now. So I should probably spec out of Amped Up until that gets fixed. The Amped Up Pearl behavior thing. So I think I'm going to respec again and rebuild the skill tree. How you doing, Urban Pragmatic? Perfect time for the stuff I'm building now. Hey, I'm glad. That's why I like streaming this shit. Just talking through it gives other people ideas. It gives me more ideas. This is premium quag content. I'm going with follow-up here as an experiment because Omega Rush damage sucks and I don't have conditional anywhere else. So like I may as well give it a little bit of a little bit more mustard on one of the swings. I like the idea of going Hex Machina here. Because I'm just inflicting instances faster with my gun, which is faster potential fusion. Though I could go Active Decay. But I'm not gonna. So, if I want to get Frostbite, like, the question is, do I want to get Frostbite, or do I just... Iron Ring should be able to roll it? Companion Health wasn't an active passive? Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, there's a couple passives. I couldn't remember if Companion Health was one of them. Like, Spell Cooldown is another inactive passive that, like, exists and, to my knowledge, works, but the game didn't roll. Yeah, active passive, that's funny. Also high. But, like, Loot Lemon has a couple of those listed, even though you can't actually get them. So that's good info. So Elder Wyvern Ring back in the running for possibly being useful for fusion builds. The key thing is that gun damage does not increase your dots from guns. If gun damage is in some other way useful to the build, then like, cool, that works. But it's basically just giving up a slot. And like the uniques can only roll 2 passives, so instead of having on like a championship ring or something, you'd have your 3 passives, your primary stat, and then your condition that boosts all of it. With Elder Wyvern's Ring, you're just getting the fire damage and then 2 passives. Pros and cons. I think I'm gonna avoid Amped Up here. Definitely want to avoid Bogged Down, which means I either go more Wraithmail, I accept that my flawless edge points are going to be minor and take them anyway, or I give up on Frostbite and then I just overspec Stabo. I'm leaning towards overspecking Stabo here. Like, I could get 2 more 1,000 cuts, which is huge value per point compared to anything else available right now. I think I'll do that. It's a weird sentence. It would never be said in vanilla. I could get a 3rd follow-up point, which would help those infrequent Omega Rush lunges. No Shark Lesson Ring for the melee damage. The thing with the version of this build I'm doing right now is that melee damage itself is not a hugely important stat. Because I'm trying to maximize my fusion here. So spell damage is pretty good. And Shark Lesson's bonus element would be good for Omega Rush, now that I think about it. It only applies to your melee swing attacks, but it would actually fit quite well on Omega Rush now that you mention it. Maybe. For Stabo or Blight Power, both for this build. So Stabo Power is Ghostblade damage. Blight Power is fusion damage. So I don't actually know. There's a solid chance that Optimal Amulet here becomes Blight Amulet. To get a stronger Whisper of Rot, which is more elemental damage. However, that's a less unique multiplier than class power, so I'm opting to go with Stabo Power right now for more Ghostblade damage. But I do need a Barbaload that's like fire. Hey, there's one. Yay. Doesn't have status damage, but since that's global damage, I'm less interested in going Flawless Edge for these last 2 points. I guess I go follow up, commit to the meme of Stabo over spec. Fuck it, we ball. 2nd Wraithmail. Spreading gospel today. All are welcome by the Ghostblade. All is forgivable in its razorous whirl. Give yourselves to the ethereal edge. Well said, Nunu. Hey, Ken, thank you for the 7 months. Hey, look, a button. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That means a lot. I'm always glad to see you stop by, and the resub means a lot. Thank you. Hope things are treating you well. Gotta go meeting. Be watching this VOD later. Sounds good, Pragmatic. I hope the meeting doesn't suck. You're looking for a pickaxe? I would like a pickaxe. But I've mostly given up just because it's like really tough. The best one I have currently is this one I favorited. It's 1.9 and fire. Could be good for fusion stuff.
Oh hey, look, a button.
Text-to-speech sounds so happy about it. Thanks again, Ken. Hey, that rhymes. Echo's like okay here, maybe. We might mess around with this pickaxe today. I'll roll an enchant on it and see what happens. This one I can get rid of, because like it's got good stat distribution in the crit stats, but that's not really for this build archetype, and it's got Rampage. Rampage is functionally like you don't have a hilt mod for most melee weapons. It's so annoying. I really dislike Rampage hilt. Am I alone in that? Anyone else feel that way? Enchants, right? So I probably want this one on my melee weapon, and then I put reload fire rate on all my guns. So, like, the flat ability crit chance enchant, hear me out, hear me out. That would apply to Geist in the Shell. Is that just worth having? Even though my Geist is gonna be, you know, no fucking damage? I think that's almost worth having. Because even a weak Geist, if it crits, is gonna do some damage. Fuck it. Fuck it, why not? I like the ammo regen on the Truth Raider there. Something different on this live wire that I never use. Sure. Don't need this delusion equipped at all anymore. Guys be a bit stronger that gun damage weapon ring. That is true. That is very true. Food for thought. Built mods for pieces in an art museum rampage would be the sidewalk chalk outside, poorly advertising the show. But hey, that sidewalk chalk is at least a tourist attraction. Not even tourists like the idea of rampage. Crit could be the difference between leaving an enemy on one and killing them. Yeah, but it's a stacking value of an inconsistent companion to DPS. It's not a DPS stat itself. It's just a companion to DPS. It's stacking value, and it resets as soon as you get any melee crit. So, like, let's say you are swinging Assault and Battery. You have Rampage, and Assault and Battery has its own, like, built-in Rampage effect. If one tick of that Dagger Storm crits, you're back to nothing. Like, that's my problem with it. As soon as it works, it's not anything again, and it's not a unique effect. Like, if Rampage somehow only applied to your swings, that'd be cool, maybe. I just hate that it basically turns off. I said as it works for both lands and Pokemon. Oh, Ken, I made a new team in Pokemon, and I've started doing, like, in-game online stuff. Like, not just Showdown. Just to see how the team performs. And I, like, won my first 5 games. I only did 5, but I won my first 5. It's a sand team with Fire Tauros, Gyarados, and Fluttermane. It's a sand core, you know, Gambit, T-Tar, Houndstone, and then it's Fluttermane, Fire Tauros, Gyarados. Team goes hard. It's fun. Someone tried to set up a Dondozo in front of me with Tatsugiri, so I just clicked Guillotine on Gambit and hit the first one. Well, the second one. They protected the first one, but I hit the second one. It's very satisfying.
Choose, Fate Maker.
Alright, let's see how this does.
Enter the Chaos Dome.
Sand teams are underrated. Assault Vest Tyranitar in the sand is like the tankiest special wall I've ever seen. It's crazy. I believe that was a barrel. And then Houndstone is just a monster. People don't know how to deal with Houndstone. Also, the Tyranitar is a special attacker. Glenny started doing that, and I really like it, so I started doing it too. It goes hard. People will try to, like, will-o-wisp it. I'm like, okay, snarl. So are guillotines. Now I want cake. Oh, I guess this ability crit chance over here benefits Geist as well. Accidentally useful. Oh, and Blight Collar power helps Geist too? Huh. Yeah, I think maybe... I need a Blight Collar, Barbaload. Fire. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, maybe this is a good time to move away from Barbaload. What else did I run in the West? The Urge. Slip and stun for some haha funnies with the Omega Rush. Oh, I had another idea. Warp Paradigm converting ability damage into spell and melee on a Claw Stalker using a Spellblade. Then you get max Dragon's Fury over in your Clawbringer tree, and then that converts into spell and melee, which boosts Spellblade. You just swing a Spellblade a bunch. Seems fun. But it's more Clawstalker. Chat's gonna roast me if I do more Clawstalker. Hey Brucey, how are you? I should also look at what other fusions I've picked up. Because now that I'm a Blight Caller, maybe I do want the Stabbo Blight one. This one didn't roll Exploit Their Weakness. I would lose the haste, though. I really like the haste points. Like, Exploit is just more damage. That's a really good roll. Shit. But haste is faster application of damage. Good, you? Doing well. Doing well. Got some interesting ideas on the brain for building today. Hey J-Bridge, how's it jiggling today? Oh man, how are you, poor Waster? Hey, they buffed him. See, he's not a complete joke anymore. See, he gets to do some of his animation. All that said, I think I do really... Okay, here's what we do. What if instead of Blightcaller, we go Berserker, and then we do the Wyvern Rings? We end up with more total fire damage, we get Berserker formula. We'd have Enrage bonus element. Rage is purifying my soul today. This man has Diablo sauce in his veins. No, that wasn't a game reference, it was a Taco Bell reference. Yeah, I'm thinking Berserker with Wyvern Ring. Like, this works well enough for mobbing, but Ghostblade at a baseline just already does that in mobbing because the bleed augment is crazy. So, this is why we test things. So, max radius fusion in mobbing, like with inflammation, is a lot of big booms everywhere. Like that. Okay, we'll go all that. It's big booms. It's 3 to virulence. Should mean my dot chance is pretty high now, huh? I guess I'm not using Demon Blade, so it's still lower than it would be with those equipped. Oh, hopefully this goes crazy against Banshee, because Fire and Flesh? It should. I maintain that Revenge of the Sith is a good movie. It's my unpopular and illogical opinion that, the hill I'm gonna die on. Sorry, Jaybridge. Allergies. I don't have tissues. All the Star Wars movies have good parts. I almost read that as sex workers movies as a joke. Which is also a true statement. Sex worker movies do have good parts. Diablo sauce is for purifying your innards, not your soul. Instructions unclear. purifying my pipes. Okay, yeah, let's instead of respec, let's try out a Frost Shiver variant. Put the funnel down. Okay, so let's try. I guess since I'm a Ver, I don't need follow-up at that point. Just take Arsenal. It's melee and it's spell damage. It's a tiny bit, but it's an amount. No, I just take Swift Death. Sneak attack because move speed. Now, as much as I like unyielding, I really don't think I need it. I'm gonna go all in on damage here. We got some extra area damage. Arsenal, you feeling okay? It's okay. I didn't take it. It was a momentary lapse. Purify your soul not with rage but with burgers. Ooh, that sounds good. Make it a point to try local places around my work so I can accurately answer what's a good bite to eat around here. I'm starting with burger joints. Yeah, I don't even really know what places are around here except for like 3 or 4 that I've been going to for years because like I wasn't going out much during early COVID days. So like the food industry really shifted. A lot of restaurants closed, some new ones opened. I don't know what's around here. I should walk around town one of these days, see what's new. Okay, so we got Frost Shiver this time.
I look.
Are you prepared?
Let's see what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah, I forgot to get the wyvern. Hang on. Maybe we go 1 and 1. I don't have good rolls in my wyvern ring. I got duration, I guess.
So proud of me. Oh, heck.
Now I'm hungry. Sorry. It's Ken's fault. I'm just an enabler. For a connoisseur, that would ruin the test. Theurge. Oh yeah, they did fix Theurge, by the way. Seemingly. Can we get a melee weapon that scales with gun damage? So like in Back for Blood, there's a legendary, or I guess it's a unique melee weapon. It's just a sledgehammer with an explosive on the front. Put that in this game and make it scale with gun damage. It swings super fucking infrequently, but it'd be funny. Think about Nocturne Totem, how cool it would be to flesh out the content of a full map without increasing the playable area. I mean, I feel like people have done that a bunch of times, and it doesn't end up being interesting because it's a bunch of shit in a very tiny room. So your gameplay doesn't really change. Tenderizer mentioned. Melee Zane? What do you mean Melee Zane? Sir? Sir?
For a hot day. In my own house.
Pistol whip? Yeah, a melee weapon that's just a pistol model. You're just swinging a pistol. If I were to do it, it'd be awesome and cool because I'm better based. Pretty good. But it could be better. Like, we're now in territory where, because we're Berserker, I could justify unarmored defense to get Agony. But is Agony worth losing body room bonus element? I don't think it is. Once again, now that I'm a Berserker, another thing crossed my mind. I can get Iron Skull. I'm not that far off from getting Iron Skull. No, I can't get Iron Skull and Exi Blade. But I can get Iron Skull armor. Hey Vocal, how are you? Oh, allergies. Good to see you. Haste per point, 8%. Squall per point, 8%. Oh, they're the same value. So I guess the combination that would get me the most is 5 Squall on armor. Yeah, 5 Squall armor would be a little more swing speed. Because then I could still have 3 haste. I guess that's the largest combination. Hey, Higgy Brit, how are you? Chillin', did some work outside. I actually played some BO3 again. How are you today? My allergies are acting up, but other than that, I'm great. Hey, honey bunny. Yesterday I was playing Nox and Redux with a mod that pretty much changed everything into COD World War II. Guns felt nice, their move slide, which is pretty questionable. Visual changes they made are pretty though. That's neat. How is? Me good. Testing out some more Fusion Ghostblade stuff. Methods of gearing, different multi-classes.
Look into this, would ya?
It's interesting so far. What have you found? Yeah, just leading into, thanks to Mr. Stone Sean informing me of, Fusion being, like, entirely fire damage. So the blue fire is fire, the explosions are fire. That makes for some gearing strategies that I had not considered, such as using like Elder Wyvern rings. Now I need better ones. Just getting Elder Wyvern rings in large quantities is a little difficult. Like, ideally I want action skill duration and AoE radius, I guess. Like this, but this one could also roll a third passive. Like, I could double up on either of those. I probably want to double up on the radius. Like, 3 total radius rolls would go pretty hard. Did you double stack them? Yeah. I could. So the gun damage doesn't do anything for me. And I would want them to have good passives. First half of the Mooney strike solo with no megas and no downs. End up choking on the first half, the second half, Area 51 of those days, man. One of these days. Not easy. The question is if double stacking Wyvern rings is worth it formula-wise. 20% fire is good. It's worth noting in Redux, because chaos tiers are gone, 20% fire from a Wyvern's ring is more than an amulet fire roll. And that's big. But because there's no alternative stat that's better than fire damage in my amulet slot, I don't know how valuable going above 1 Wyvern ring would be in the end. It also means you can never use Soak with Fusion. Right. Soak just murders your fusion damage. How much they shrink the passive pool? From the sounds of it, wasn't enough. There's only so much you can do. They could do a little more, I guess, like changing all the crit stuff into 1. Like, you know, instead of spell crit chance, ability crit chance, melee crit chance, just make that crit chance. That's an option, I guess, but like that has questionable balance impact. But they did squish some stuff together. There's no bad changes in what they did with consolidation stat pools. It's all good stuff.
Are you prepared? We'll see.
What if the play is Demon Blight Wyvern Ring? We tried the same combo, but with 2 Demon Blights. Because I want to see. What are my options currently? Poison chance, fire chance, yes please. Poison duration. Fire duration, poison chance. Not perfect, but that's fine. Inside ring for conditional. I'm a berserker right now.
Come on, have some fun.
I don't need that. Why'd you soak with fusion in the first place? They're completely different element sets. Because soaks can increase the, if you're using, say, a lightning melee weapon, soak will increase the damage you do, which will mean a bigger dot left from alchemical agent, which can roll into a fusion dot. But because we know fusion is fire now, it's moot. Instead of fusion only being half fire, it is completely fire. Hey Don, how you doing? Yeah, Theurge working now, as it did in vanilla. I think it was a bug. but they were working off an older version of Fear to where this bug wasn't vanilla for a period of time. They corrected it. Good job, Redux team. What was the bug? The urge would just stop working after a couple casts. Roughly the halfway point, usually, of your action skill coming back, but now you can, do the good old inflammation strat. Inflammation and shock blast, the urge, go real hard. Demon Blight feels better.
Return the favor.
So far, at least. Rush Shiver is so cool. That's a good one. Good dad joke. Dad have expectations now. Yeah, it's for real. It's not the practice dad jokes. You're in the major leagues. I guess if I was doing Agony, I would have to use a forbidden spell. Agony Buffmeister. I really can't help but feel like Omega Rush only works if you're doing something like Fusion or Buffmeister, or like where instances matters way more than damage.
Finally.
Okay, wait, here's a thought. Here's a thought. So, you could be a spell shot, Ambihex. You got that poison buff in one hand. You got an inflammation in the other, and you have a fusion on. Since inflammation always applies a fire dot, a poison bonus element piggybacking on that would always apply a poison dot. So you just go around clicking heads with your flamethrower and get a fusion explosion every time? Right? I mean, I guess you have a 30% chance of an explosion, but you would always get blue fire. Shit, that sounds kind of fun. That sounds pretty fun. Do I do that? Like, you could go Spell Shot Augment to get a spell charge back every 5 kills. Is it imbued gun only? I didn't say imbued, I said Buffmeister. I know, it's blasphemy for me. I'm trying to branch out and be less restrictive to myself. Even though I still fucking hate it. Redux knocked it down 7 notches, so it's like only mildly stupid. I don't want to see you BM on stream. How about on Patreon? AoE radius on a shark's bait. Shame it's ability damage. Have I make it percentaging instead. So Redux team, they took away all of its effects except for the bonus element. It is only the bonus element. I think it still does the Nova on start and then has like the, you know, the 100% spell crit, but it doesn't have, none of the words are down there and it doesn't give movement speed anymore. So instead of being one item that has like 8 busted effects, it has 1 busted effect, which is a massive improvement. What would other class be for that that blue fire flamethrower concept, do we think? There's always remaining dead shot, so we can get blast gasp. That dot and the initial hit can also blast gasp, so we'd have a lot of opportunity for that. There's going Blight Caller, but we wouldn't be getting Spirit Swarm. Going Stabbo, but we wouldn't be getting Contagion unless we got it on armor. We wouldn't really need Contagion. Lawbringer for Awe, but Flamethrower can naturally crit. The damage from Awe would still be good. Like, a lot of wasted points there. It would just still be Deadshot, wouldn't it? I mean, unless we go Burr. Burr for formula. Are the flames themselves from inflammation AoE damage? I have a lot of questions. Thinking out loud.
Choose, Baitmaker. Now the fun.
Oh yeah, the Enchanter Girl. Works, I guess. Yeah, spell radius helps inflammation. Sure. The little fire dots on my initial testing. It's a dot created by the explosions. You have an active poison bonus on. The explosions can self-sustain. Remove an extra spell charge from buff mice and Redux. It makes it a bit harder, but spell check capstone may be a good shot to make up for it. Yeah. I remember you testing that, and Mr. Steele was mentioning that yesterday as well, about that little fire dot. Yeah. Yeah, because of that, with the poison bonus element, you don't need Contagion to self-sustain. That's a pretty big deal. Question is just, what do we do with our other skill tree there? It might still be Graveborn, but then you get Blast Gasp armor, maybe? Or probably just Burr, because you can still get the old ways in tree. Probably just Burr. For all the same reasons I'm doing Burr right now. Do anything with Pandemisium? Not at the moment. But hey, who knows what they will do in the future. Blighter stab up. Sounds like it barely matters what the second class is. Just getting formula and survivability, really, which, you know, screams Burr, does it not? Oh, that's perfect. We got the perfect animation cycle. Let's go. It's optimal for you to phase drill while he's diving in phase 2, because then the animation for him coming up in phase 3 is way faster.
It's edgy, sure, but is it edgy? Can I just not wait?
Inflammation 100% dot chance applies bonus elements with them, then mean double knot bonus LE. Also applies a dot so you can hold poison gun crit with inflammation. Double knot has its own damage source, so I don't know if it inherits the dot chance, but we'd probably still be holding a poison gun. Either way.
Polite. I'm so good at breathing.
That's clear.
A little life now, a lot of culling later.
But Sally boosts Ancient Fury by 3? That's crazy. Hang on. I really want the super extended run. Because I want to see how crazy Butt Stallion buffs can get in the mod. Like, she could boost 1,000 cuts, she could boost Ancient Fury, Swift Death, like skills that were buffed in the mod. Or at least comparatively buffed in Ancient Fury's case. Sneak attack, like, oof. Definitely gonna be trying Redux soon. All this seems really cool. Ask a friend of mine, they'd be interested in playing the mod with me and yet to get a response. Yeah, you can always play it on your own time. It's gotten over a month of content out of me. They're still doing updates. Big update in the pipeline in the next couple weeks. So, it's just a good time. Just reminds me of the joy of build crafting in the early Wonderlands days, where enthusiasm for it was pretty widespread, rather than just the people like me who, you know, it's our bread and butter. The joy of jaming. How we doing, Maniki? Good to see you. How'd that video you were working on come along? Plus 2, chemical agent. Been burnt out on lands games for a couple years now, ever since I had them help me farm some stuff in BL3 and BL2 is still one of my biggest regrets with them. Yeah, burnout is a tough thing to manage. Different people have different thresholds of burnout, and you know, it sometimes takes a lot of love for a thing to overcome burnout. The feeling of burnout towards it. I had some burnout issues with this game for a while. Then we came back and did the themed playthroughs. Like the pseudo New Game Plus stuff, trying to maximize action skills, and that got my brain working enough that it kind of broke me out of the Wonderlands burnout. I haven't really gone back into burnout mode. Bernadette counted as a boss? Is my question. Do you make Bernadette bleed?
Give me some tact at this instant.
It's hard to physically land Ghostblade on her, so it's hard to test.
No more blood.
But I am curious. You like, look at the tail. I'm missing. It's hard to land Ghostblade on her hitbox moment. Video turned out pretty good IMO, views oddly high for not having posted anything in months. Hey, sometimes it just hits. Glad to hear it was successful. Every once in a while I get weird engagement with my YouTube channel. I'll just start getting subscribers out of nowhere. And then sometimes someone's helpful, like when they subscribe, they'll be like, yeah, this is why I'm here. I'm like, oh, okay. The most recent one was the algorithm for one of Moxie's old videos just started putting it in people's recommendations, and then in that video he mentions Rackstab and links to me, so people who got that recommendation and took his recommendation of me went to me. This is some trickle down shit. Works in YouTube but not in economics, I guess. Anyone who doesn't know this about me by now, I don't fucking upload on YouTube. It is not me. Not my thing. Really want to try this this fusion spellcasting idea we have. Trickle down YouTube. What a phrase. It's the best analogy I could come up with. Let's try it. Let's try it. It's been having a bit with Rune. Sometimes one of his videos get tens of thousands of views out of nowhere. Rune has just put out a lot of content in a space where there's not much competition, that being Wonderland stuff. So, like, he's just got a lot of staying power. Even though as a smaller channel, it's just disproportionate. Like, if Rune had 100,000 subscribers, his Wonderlands videos would be making him, like, money. It's just hard to get over that hill. Where's my spell build? There it is. Yes, it's helpfully named Spell. Hey, Pupsy, how are you? The only Wonderlands videos on YouTube that I trust. Same. All sort of thing that has me caring a lot less about chasing analytics, because right when you think you get a handle on it, they change and you once again are clueless. Yeah, it's definitely something that is not worth the effect it has on your mental health. Which is why I made that early choice to just never care about it. I need a spreadsheet to track all his builds. I have multiple backups. I could just delete my entire saves folder and it would be a while before I'd notice some of them are missing. I was gonna delete that, but hang on. Ability damage, area damage, spell shot, Graveborn. Stain of the Soul points. Kind of interesting. Because Stain of the Soul on Inflammation always applies a Dark Magic dot, right? Could have some value. Do I have inflammations on the save? I don't. I think I need to fix that. It's Conjurer, right? Oh no, did I run out of my supply of inflammations? Or is it Arcan? Please be Arcan. Laser Hand is Arcan. Dynamo is Arcan. Fuck. Okay, thanks. Hope you're doing at least okay too. Yeah, slept like shit last night. Now that I take inventory, I'm in a bit of significant body pain today. I got some bills that are stressing me out. But I just gotta like do some research on that one. Other than that, yeah, at least okay is a good place. Ah, it's Word Weaver. Okay, I knew I had inflammation. Okay, amulet wise for this build, um, shaped hourglass for the double knot buff. We want that. We want that. So do we have fire spell shot? Do I see fire spell shot? Please be in here. Fire spell shot hourglass. Oh, Pog. Passes aren't good, but I think we take that anyway. Now, as much as I want to do Body Rune, we definitely just go Agony here, right? You're gonna have to get punched. Won't make the pain better, but it will make it go away. It's scared, so it ran. The pain is replaced because I'm super buff and strong, and sadly had to punch you. Buff T. Um, know somewhere I have a fusion with double knot. I just don't remember which save it's on. Nerf. Fire spell shot. Damage reduce spell damage works. I don't think I have the forbidden spell that I need. Punch tea. I think I would drink that once. Isn't that just like twisted tea? It's like the alcoholic tea. It's tea with a little punch to it. Oh yeah. Melee weapon wise. I guess an Echo Big Ounce is the play here. I'll just stick with Echo Spellblade for now. Twisted Tea, my new alt. Just think of a bag of Earl Grey steeping in Hawaiian Punch.
Wait, I found them. Gorgeous.
I can't decide if I think that's gross or not.
Good looking, etc., etc., etc.
Trying to think what I do point wise here. I'm doing Agony. I don't want Mage Armor, but like, just warming up, basically useless. Font of Mana, if I'm doing that, is gonna be mostly useless. I guess I just take it anyway. Does Double Knot trigger Sever the Thread? Is that a thing? Damage formula for fusion, source nothing, spell, fire, global. To my knowledge, yes. Area as well. Area. Don't forget that. Because we won't have Enrage unless we, like, go down, but... As long as we take Relentless Rage. I'll take Sever the Thread in case Double Knot crits count towards it, I guess. Such a strange setup we're going with right now. Still don't have the necessary spell in my other hand. I think we're gonna have to go farm that real quick. Oh yeah, this enchant, like, isn't visually disabled in Redux. Spell kill, shoot projectile, but it is actually disabled. Let's clarify. Spell radius there. Action skill active, lol. So the Greatborn points here don't do anything. But this is the fusion I have right now. I guess the ward capacity roll is something. Alright. Sunfang Oasis. Now on the Ghostblade save, I accidentally found the Buffmeister farm while I was running around here. So let's just accidentally find it again, because we need a poison one for testing this idea. I was tabbed out. Leave me alone. Stop attacking me. I mean, or attack me one more time. One more time works. Thank you. Was it this enemy? No, it wasn't. Was it? No.
Ready to talk.
I guess that's a problem with one thought, one kill. You get fewer ticks of repeating spells with one thought, one kill. They happen faster, but you get one less. Okay, this is the finger ward one. And that's championship ring. What do pigs learn in the army? Ham-to-ham combat. I don't even know how to formulate a response to that.
Wanna cross blades with the best?
Ow, cat. Ow. There's a cat on my lap. Ah, it is here. Ow.
No rest for the wicked. Hope you finished your bucket list. Back in business.
It's awkward. I don't have, like, enough spell charges. it looks like we're definitely getting the interaction we want. Do we go status investment instead of boosting double knot in this? Like, instead of these rings, do I go for, like, some demon blights? Or is this where I use wyvern rings, because the gun damage helps double knot? Where's the nearest save station? Around here somewhere. Here. Yeah, maybe wyvern rings on this one. Optimum. Where's my bitrate? Okay. To channel my inner Nunu and eat from the receptacle with the bubbling brown liquid. Eat. The prompt said eat. Lightning. Another lightning. Builds character and immunities and disease. But also street cred. Doesn't kill you, makes you stronger, or permanently weaker. One of the two. The worst that could happen is that it goes really bad. Like, what's the big deal? Doesn't sound as good as the idiot, so we'll ignore it. Understandable. More lightning ones, huh? Ow. You know what they say? What doesn't, fuck it, we ball. That's one of those sayings that I started saying like ironically, and that's the danger with doing something ironically. You start to do it unironically as well. Why is my connection so unstable today? What the fuck? I don't know if it visually is fluctuating for you guys as much as it is in OBS for me, but it's like Monka. It's just funny at this point. Like, there's literally nothing I can do. Yeah, like, using the word lit, saying, fuck it, we ball, calling things based, all things I initially did a little ironically, and now they're just part of my vocabulary. You know, I now reflexively said gamer whenever I hear someone join my Discord call. Yeah, that's not even something original to me either. It's just something someone else started doing, so I started doing it too, and, you know, it stuck. Yeah, the entirety of that run, OBS has been telling me, unstable bitrate. What do you mean? Let me play. It was Joe? Yeah. Video gamer is wholly original, though. Yes, I invented the phrase video gamer. I invented video games. I'm owed royalties. Disaster for my lexicon. Good use of that word. Gold star. Hey Sora, a pizza? What's on the pizza? I would like to mentally eat the pizza. Okay, can someone tell me if we're pixel streaming right now? Like, whenever you hear this. Like, I don't think OBS is being honest with me. Hey, poison. You got it. Could have better parts, but... No? Okay. Yeah, it's just fucking lying to me then. Yes, we are. I'm confused now. Quality dips and not pixels. Okay. So we put that there. Hey, Micro. How you doing? You do another test that was inconclusive. Hey, Tex. Ring-wise here. I like Wyvern Ring for this. I like Demon Blight for this. I guess an inflammation with better crit chance would be good here too. Keep an eye out for one with crit chance parts, I guess. Oh, look, I found one with crit chance parts. Beautiful. Okay, now we need better fusions. Please nerf angry gamers. I would love to. I would absolutely love to, Peric. How you doing? Managing the stress levels? That would just introduce more bugs. They should stop development on angry gamers. Just take them off the market. Watching a video essay about a game I've never heard of. Nice. Oh yeah, this is a health bug. Lol.
Look out! Never mind. Too late. Magic
Come on, the first run fusion. Let's go. I mean, it tried.
Oh, it's a party now!
Oh yeah, I'm a spell shot burst, so it's gonna give me those. That's not ideal. Where's my fusion explosions? There we go. So, an advantage of Blast Gasp here would be that would also get the Forbidden Spell bonus element. Armor Nightmare 4, fusions. We're doing Spellcaster fusion stuff.
Bad guys means more
Or
work.
attempting. Maybe we need to go Stabo for dot duration.
Hope you finished your bucket
Go Blight for some more spell cooldown. And some more duration on dots. you could uninvent something in the world, what would it be? Money. Yeah, money. But Quag, that would change our entire way of life. The unknown is scary. Yeah. Isn't that exciting? About walls, though? Can't even wrap my head around that. Like, I feel like the thing with this question is, yeah, you can uninvent something, but how quickly would some of these things be reinvented? Like, if you remove the invention of walls, that one comes back really fast, right? Money, probably, too. Explain your word section on math test. No, I could get down for that one. I'll be real, I never thought that as far as to consider things being reinvented. So just me overthinking things is always cool. Overthinker quote. It's not always a helpful tendency. It's frequently unhelpful, in fact. Nerf overthinking and gamers. Oh no, Nightbot being toxic. Nightbot being toxic twice in a row. We need more of those shitpost Nightbot commands just to make Nightbot seem more like a chatter. Then maybe one day I just like apply all this shit to a bot not named Nightbot, just give it a username that looks like a user so new people think it's just a person. This is the weird shit I think about sometimes. Want to become sentient? Yes. Intro and Nightball Lurk Timer. Yeah, that one's great. We could get Contagion if we want stab out here. For science. Streamer wants a fake engagement. Someone would probably draw that conclusion, huh? Part of me wants to go Nimble Figures, but the fire rate's never going to be useful, so it's just 8% spell damage per point on a spell shot. Doesn't seem great. I'd rather have Swift Death. So we'll still end up with 2, but... I guess a follow-up point. No, we have conditional covered Spellblade. See what happens. I also need dot rings. Do I have more demon blights in my storage? Have some innocuous phrase cause Nightbot to send a link to the Anti-Defamation League website. I like it. Hey Lizzie, how are you? It's all fun and games till the AI decides the internet stalk you. Love to see this say cool story every once in a while. I have a command where Nightbot answers to damn with that's crazy. It's beautiful. These are good ones. Hang on. Feel good? Glad to hear. Okay, okay. Thanks for that one, Vocal. Was I in here looking for a chat? Demon Blights? I don't think I have any more. I think I pulled them from for a bunch of setups. Hmm. Oh well. No, Optimum. Please provide me the internet that has been paid for. Thank you. Stomach. Quiet down. ones just sends every set times just anyways, here's Wonderwall. You do like damn chatters are going nuts with new command. That's crazy. Sorry in advance. No, it's funny. It is enjoyable. Oh yeah, I have no healing now. I suppose that's a problem. Half your chat isn't just Nightbot spouting random bullshit or even a real streamer. You got a point there. Maybe we don't do Agony. Oh, hang on. What if we did Lich's Augur? What? And have for a bit later, gamers. Have a good one. So tragic. Pixel's now cleared up around I typed that. Yeah, it was really bad for a minute. It's just out of my control. Optimum is shit. There's a takeaway there. The concept of this is sound. It's just a lot of moving parts to manage, and I think I need more dot support for this than I currently have. Maybe I need the armor before I start doing the farm. It's uphill right now. Why science is fun. my screen. Forbidden green border. Okay, we're testing stuff. It's testing, Scroll. It's testing. It's for science. Never happened? Exactly. Exactly. I don't even know what we're referring to. I think come back to this one once I have more supporting gear. The concept is sound, but the gameplay loop's a little awkward. I need to figure out exactly what I want the ward slot to do and how I want the survivability on this to work. Because we're casting often enough, this might just become a mage armor tanking build. And like, what are we using the ward slot for in terms of like damage and stuff? Body rune's good survivability and it's good damage in general, but it is a bonus element. And bonus elements of an element we already have covered is like, I mean, I guess it would help the fusion explosions be able to apply even more fire dots, I guess. And it would be healing, so probably still body rune. But I like the idea of Lich's Augur because it's cooldown and that spell card boost, which is something we otherwise have no access to in the build. I'm gonna revisit that. Back to Ghostblade for now, though. Is that an MIB device? And we all go, yep. Something like that. Now back to the actual stuff. I could try out this pickaxe and see how much it outclears the Omega Rush. It's probably going to be depressing. Like, this is going to be very ugly. But I'm so curious. Oh, and seeing that enchant roll reminded me that I still want to try the gun build with Plaguestorm. Plaguestorm enchant. Sneeze. There it is. Ugh, pain. That hurt. Ow. There's another one. It's trapped back there. Send help. So I must lead with them? Yeah.
Are you prepared? We'll see.
Thank you. Our Twitch release soundtrack featured help streamers non-DMC music. I completely forgot about that. But did they roll that back or something, Ferric? Because I forgot they did that. Or does it just not work? They shut the project down? Amazing. Common Twitch L. You love to see it. Instead of making the platform safer to stream on for anyone for literally any reason, what if They keep implementing minor features that no one ever asked for or thought about. How about that? Does that sound good? You're hired. Do I have equip right now?
Hey, yep. Event time. They all same, but they're rubber. I never want to wait again.
Save for Twitch. How about colored nickname champ? I like it. I like it. I like it. How about instead of making the platform safer, we have 3 different flavors of co-broadcasting content when 0 are needed. So we got what? Guest star, we got squad stream, then there's another obscure one, I think. How about we have all those? Okay, how about after all the backlash of how the opt-in ad incentive system works, how about we move stuff around in the menu, leave it exactly the same, but instead of 50%, you get 55%. How about that? That sound good?
Scared of me yet?
So greedy. I know, we asked for way too much. What are you doing, cat? Yeah, no more hosting. I'm still cut up about that. Getting rid of hosting was such a weird fucking choice. Heard fusion explosions resists fire damage. Yes, fusion is fire damage. The explosions are fire. Blue fire is technically fire. You know, big surprise. Everything about fusion is fire. So, don't use soaked with fusion is a big takeaway here. Yeah. And fire boosts go hard.
Now to return the favor.
Now hosting on Twitch. Hosting's been gone for like a year, Micro. Or longer.
Finally, Josiah.
And I'm still annoyed about it, because, like, some channels I still, you know, regularly watch, I found through hosting. And it's a big growth tool. But, like, nope. A pickaxe. Not doing as ridiculous as I thought it might. That's very interesting. Maybe there's hope for the Omega Rush within this very specific flavor of build. Raiding still exists, could be the confusion. One of the appeals of hosting is when you raid someone, it would then also host them on your channel. So anyone who went with the raid would be over there, but anyone who would say, let's say you had to end stream early or something, and people are used to Twitch notifications not working, so they would just go directly to your channel. And they would see that you're hosting someone else. That's how I've met some of the people that I still to this day interact with and follow and whatnot. Like, it was just a good feature, and it's weird that they took it away. And, like, if a friend goes live and you are a streamer and you are not currently streaming, hosting them at the start of their stream is just a good way of helping them out. Because if even one person just happens to be clicking on your channel for any reason and you're already hosting someone else, they might see something that they enjoy and click follow, etc. It hurt nobody to have hosting. So never use Goblin Pick for damage. Always been a stat sig used for move speed. Goblin Pick has the most diverse stat options in the melee weapon slot, which make it really good for lots of different kinds of melee builds. What was justification? I don't remember. Some bullshit. It might have been the raid thing, but like, that still doesn't make sense. Another one. Built a cool ass Inquisitor droid Bionicle last night. Neat. Solution to the raid thing. Force the API's terms of service. Can you imagine Twitch enforcing any of their many different TOS stipulations evenly across the platform, or in any area that would make people safer? Can you imagine? Make people safer than how America works, true. Safety less profitable than pain, true. Imagine Mega Rush could have a hilt mod. It would be nice. in some instances, it would still be like a bit of a nothing burger, but it would be nice. Like, I would then really like Omega Rush on gun builds, because it would let you have the Pearl effect, and you'd be able to go in for a quick Echo or Amp, for example, with that lunge. That would be cool. Ancient Omega Rush would be cool for, like, cooldown in general. Even Archmage would probably see use with how fast you hit with that thing. For actual melee builds, yes, it would help, like having Warrior or Caustic. But it still wouldn't bring it up to the level of, like, the melee weapons that are already good, I don't think. It's like, Caustic doesn't stack, just once. Warrior stacks, but even fully stacked Warrior is, like, if you're doing Stabo melee, less impactful than Caustic. A lot of the time. I shouldn't say it was a blanket, but a lot of the time. It's tough. In light of Jedi Survivor coming out on my PC and not being able to run it, I've been playing Fallen Order again. I really enjoyed Jedi Survivor. It took until patch 4 for the game to run okay. It still crashes and has FPS pits and texture pop in and but I did really enjoy that game. It just took me a solid 30 hours to accept the fact that I was just gonna have to play a game that runs like shit. Specs are meant to play this, no hope for me. I was at least above minimum, but yeah. And holy shit, Optimum, please give me my fucking bitrate. This is so awful. Like, what is this? Where is my upload right now?
Now to return the favor.
My download's fine. Why do I never fucking have upload with this dog shit ISP? It's slightly lower than usual, but not low enough that it should be doing what it's doing. These Jedi was just performance issues, rest of the game's solid, like Redfall. Yeah, it's rough. It's I feel for the devs who have to work on games that come out, and then those games are just not broadly liked for whatever reason. Like, that's gotta suck. You put years of your life into something, and then you're afraid to even say that you were part of it. Like, oof. Sure, it doesn't excuse if it's your job to make a game and then you did not make that game well. But, of course, there's people who are in roles that, you know, they did their job just fine. But it was still for a project that did not come out to satisfaction. It's tough. It's tough.
Staying alive. Back to work.
I'm trying to catch when I get fluctuations and just run a speed test each time. I know speed tests are not representative of the issue entirely, and they will not be fully accurate while I'm streaming, but I don't know what the fuck else to do about this. why I no get death save. Okay. Huh. So, yeah, when we're getting those dips in quality so far today, my upload is just getting cut in half. It's just getting cut in half for no fucking reason. My download is perfectly fine. Now, weirdly, I do have download issues, it's just they're never at the same time as the upload issues, or almost never. During the day, I just don't have download issues for the most part. Not the router, because that was replaced again last week. Not the modem, because that was replaced last month. Not the Switch, that was replaced a month before that. Just, Optimum sucks. Oh wow, that Furior Fealty Oath, hang on. Holy shit. As soon as I'm not farming for these anymore, look at this. Double roll on the gun damage. 40% crit damage. 27.5% crit chance. That's so... Ugh. That's so much. Why is it so much? Why is Fealty Oath? It's just... It's Furior is cursed. Yeah, most normal Furior Fealty Oath. Furior is cursed. It's like 4 different cursed things can happen with it. We're putting that one away. That's going on the Chuck build. That's gonna be crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So it's got me thinking about amulet options for the Furior build. Now, like, Hourglass is weaker now. Still good, though. It's still a bunch of gun damage with a penalty that may as well not exist, and you still get an elemental passive. So Hourglass is still really hard to go in other directions from. Like, is there anything else that benefits me on the Furior build? Like, I don't really feel like Theurge does all that much. Don't really need Barbalode. Mag size technically what you want. Mag size makes your ammo well run dry faster. And the only real downside of lightning bolt chucking is that your ammo goes pretty quick. So getting damage stats that don't speed up your ammo consumption is a little more optimal. I have no idea how much of what I just said is going through because of the terrible connection. Hey, Felicia. Waiting for it to hopefully stabilize a little bit. Not 2/3. Well, that's tragic.
Time to put someone in a cast.
So annoyed.
I made this for you. Gotta keep living to keep calling.
Max the Fighting Gamers, have a good one. I hope your sanity remains intact. Get some good food or something, treat yourself. Or stepping back into those trenches. No, you gave me the long dialogue.
That's got a delivery on the way.
Expression Godspeed never really made sense to me. Yeah, this is a weird one. It is a weird one.
It's edgy, sure, but is it edgy enough? I'm so breathing.
I've still never built around Dynamo. I feel like the way to do it is leverage the fact that it does self-damage, but like, I don't know how that's useful. Goat Blade. Shit pickaxe. You guys know the shit pickaxe was my nickname in high school? Actually, Stabmancer power, poison damage, status chance. Maybe you could do fusion stuff with that. Damn, that's crazy. I guess a perfect Demon Blade here would have dark magic chance as well. Oh well. We keep hitting rings? I guess we keep hitting rings. It's so popular in high school to get so many nicknames. AoE radius on a Driftwood. If this had been an Elder Wyvern's ring, that would have been so sick. Have I done that mission on this save? I feel like I did. What's the name of it? Burning Hunger. Maybe I didn't. Oh, well, at least I can get one that way real quick. Is it literally my active mission? Ha, it totally is. It's literally my active mission. Amazing. Streamer pays attention to his UI. In my defense, everyone ignores Wonderland's UI elements when possible. Popular or notorious? There's a fine line, isn't there? They gave this game a UI? No, they inflicted a UI on this game. I got distracted and went the wrong way. As one does. Oh, I could make that. Yo, advanced movement. Hey Lee, is there a good general chaos level to be at? I mean, all gear in the game drops at 50. I mean, if you're in vanilla, all gear in the game drops at 50 or higher, so you don't ever need to be above 50 if you want access to every roll of everything in the game. If you're in Redux, the same applies at Chaos 8. So anything you do above 50 or 8, respectively, is entirely your own subjective preference on difficulty. You get the optimal split of Primordial versus Ascended versus everything else at 75 in vanilla.
I pray your mighty hunger is sated by this offering of flesh.
Fucking hate Optimus so much. Hey, how much a year for fucking nothing? You know, just so people... Are you beating up the Angry Teapot? It's got drops. And, like, I'm right here. It might drop me a shiny thingy.
That works on you.
My old eyes see lisp. Mine too. I wasn't sure I got it right at first.
Well, no time to waste, I suppose. If this wyvern should be my death, I shall embrace it as a gift.
You have shown wisdom, kindness, and cunning far beyond your peers, traveler. Take this
I just having a
stone
dream right behind my chair.
as I shall never forget you.
Saw a ping. I was like, is this an important ping? It was not an important ping. Hey, what'd you give me? Spell radius, dark magic efficiency. Not ideal. But it should be in my pool now. And in vendors. So that's something. Good Elder Wyvern, yes you are. Yes, you are. I want an agony. So we're gonna see if we can just get a first run on Vesper. Because I happen to have a couple souls and we're traveling around anyway. Settle a chance leg in the vendor? Yo, huge. Back, oh it's Vesper. We're just doing one run while I drive by. Wow, Omega Rush sucks here. I guess Vesper is fire resistant, right? So the more we focus on fusion, the less damage we do with our overall output. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. I just actually need to switch weapons for Vesper. So that my weapon itself is doing damage. That's so tragic. Guess we do a cryo one for Icebreaker. Already way better. That's tragic. Frost Spore, status damage, reload speed. I'm pretty sure I have that exact one somewhere already. of that and that. Yikes. Alright, here, stare at this in fucking 240p. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go scream into a pillow about this ISP shit. No, but I'm actually gonna check on something related to it. Hang on. Okay, I grabbed a cookie while I was up. You okay? Pee is the shit of the balls. I mean, isn't just the collective human consciousness stored in the balls at the end of the day?
Cutting edge coach tech. Death everywhere. Do I know them? Psychos they die.
And in some cases, it's the metaphorical balls. You don't need to have balls to have things stored in your balls. It's a metaphor. I hate you. I hate that that made me smile. Like, that, I hate you. That was so dumb. I'm trying not to smile, but I can't. Got him. With the worst jokes. I enjoy them. Yeah, Omega Rush. Not great damage-wise. Notice that with this approach against things that, are not a favorable elemental matchup for fire, our damage is, not ideal. We're not able to get body rune active, our damage is, not ideal. What do we say about best in this channel? There's a lot of competition. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Jake, I agree. The crazy thing is, with this quality fluctuation, Stream Manager isn't even noticing my bitrate dipping. It's just OBS side, it's fucking laser light show. Bouncing between what I have it set at, 6,000, and then it's like, hey, I'm gonna go to 0. Then I'm gonna go to 2,000. Then I'm gonna go to 8,000, which can't even go above 6. Jake, can you meow every time Optimum is shit? ISP comedic timing? Yeah, it went to 0 while I was saying that. It's amazing. It somehow actually knows. Yeah, this build struggles on Chums, because Chums with that fire resist. Sounds like my download speeds on the EA app. sure do love needing to use the EA app and have an internet connection with this fucking ISP to play my single player games. It's great. It's my favorite thing in the entire universe. Nothing makes me happier than having internet issues. Good amnesia. Five megs? No, wait. Yeah. The thing about going all damage here is this will lead to bigger dots, but also it applies to the fusion explosion. Whereas if I go status damage, I'll get much bigger dots, but it won't affect the Ghost Blade damage, the Omega Rush damage, or the fusion explosions. So I think all damage is still the play here. Radius is really nice for mobbing, but I'm still doubting. Like, the thing with that is, I already have bleed for mobbing. Like, I can just Ghost Blade every single enemy in mobbing, and it's fine. The AoE radius does nothing for bosses, which is where my damage problems currently lie. I wouldn't say damage problem is the correct word, but... Saw a comic once. 1, no internet, guess I'll go play. 2, picture of frolicking on field. 3, internet slow today. 4, bloodshot eyes, taking sledgehammer to computer. Yeah. Yep. I feel that. Let's try double demon plate. Hope you're doing well today, Raid. Hope you are more stable than my internet connection. Yeah, that's a good insight ring. Oh, that's a good curse of malice. I shouldn't drop that just because I'm tilted and want to make room. Let me not be stupid. Very stable. Cool. We know raid is not provided by Optimum. Jake, are you provided by Optimum? I don't know if he knows.
I did you a favor, trust me.
15 pounds overweight, fiscally responsible, ISP doesn't fuck me. I'm stable cubed based.
Finally! Cutting edge.
Did I forget to take follow-up this time? Oh yeah, I'm Berserker. Pandemecium with 2 Contagion. You know, sure. Kinda glad I didn't start that BL3 playthrough today. I almost did.
Would ya?
Does it know where the power creep comes from? I remember someone saying it was like in a tree or something. I don't know if they were trolling. I don't know the exact location, but I vaguely remember that in reference to it.
Wipe your shoes off at death's door! I really found my calling, didn't I?
Oh good, Dragon Lord. Boss that takes forever, so I have longer to be tilted.
Yes! Bleeding was so awful!
Yes, power creep comes from the boss.
You haven't seen true power yet. My endless reign. I am invincible.
Death on demand! No need to thank me!
Did you see my stats? Way okay.
Give me something cast at this instant!
Hey, it's over. hog it like I do with the covers. You're one of those people. Double AoE rolled Shark's Bane. Shame's ability damage. Still take that for other builds, I guess. Okay, this shit's too frustrating for me, so yeah, I'm not streaming anymore today. Sorry for only 3 hours, and you know, 2.5 hours of that was at 240p, but Optimum can suck a fart out of my ass. Lazy's doing more Elden Ring PvP stuff. Let's go there. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Sorry about the stream quality. I'm very annoyed about it. Hopefully it's better tomorrow. Yeah, see you next time.